Hi everyone, welcome back to the Scrap Zone. I'm Julie, and welcome back to my 52 weeks project. We are finishing off the month of October and week 43. So we're going to concentrate on our last layout, which is this one right here. And I've gone ahead and I've pre-cut pretty much everything, and I did use this stamp set quite a bit. I've colored a lot of images in, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to use most of them. So if you know me, you know that I love Halloween, and I could not pass up all of these great images. So I did stamp them all in Harbor ink. So I want to show you this cute pumpkin right here, this one, and it's got a solid stamped image. And when you stamp them, they look like this, which were kind of flat to me. They didn't pop as much, so that's why I decided to take out my tri-blend markers and color them in. And I think that they look really, really good. So I did stamp a few images here, and I will link all of the colors that I've used down in the description box if you want to know which colors I've used. And I'm going to start putting this page together right here. It comes together very quickly, but there's a lot of pieces because I kind of stamped a lot of those Halloween images. I really, really liked it, or like them, I should say. So I am going to ink distress all of my pieces with mink ink. I'm just going to go over all of the cut pieces, even these tiny little ones right here. So when I was putting my page together, I felt that the background needed a little something. And if you know, I've always used that script stamp, but I didn't think it was going to work for this layout. It probably would, but I thought I would use the Stroke of an Artist. And I'm going to stamp two little images across, like one on the left and one on the right. And I'm doing tone on tone, so I'm just going to go with the mink color right here. And I like the feel and the look of the kind of like the ink splatter. Kind of looked really nice and super easy to do. If you look back on the sketch, so I'm concentrating right here at the top and then at the bottom. I actually have a lot of stamped images on this one page, and I just wanted to ground the base page with an image, and this one here works perfectly. So I'm going to add one more right here at the bottom. I did use the little cushion underneath just to get a good impression. So I'm going to stamp that just like so, and it looks really good. So we're going to start assembling the base page. I'm going to start with these tiny little strips here. I think they're 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to pop that right at the top, and you'll see that once I've put down all of those strips from the top to the bottom, it looks good with that little stamped image. So now that those are nice and positioned, I'm going to do a dry assembly right here just to make sure I'm giving myself enough space for my title, my little stamped images. So the pumpkins are going to go down here, the little spider web's going to go here at the top, and then I've got a few pieces here that are going to go at the back. So I'm starting with the print and then the solid piece, which is paprika, and then I'm going to put down my photo. Now I'm not pressing down quite yet because I want to make sure that before I do that, I've given myself enough room for that title. And not quite, so I'm going to move that up a tiny little bit. I don't want to hide what's in my photo. So I think everything has its right space on the page. There's not a lot of real estate to work on these small 6x8, but I still think that they're a lot of fun to put together. So I did use 3D foam tape, the thin 3D foam tape. I'm going to add my little pumpkins right here. So those borders, they do come from that stamp set, and it's not quite long enough to go across the 6 inches. So I kind of staggered it. I went from left to right and right to left, and that's kind of what gave me the opportunity to add a few of those little stamped images at the top and at the bottom. And I often stamp more than I need, which worked out really, really great here because I needed one more little candy corn. This little bat, I don't know where I'm going to put him. I really want to put him on this layout, but I think there's enough going on. So So we're going to add the journaling strip. And again, journaling doesn't have to be overdone or overthought. Basically here what I'm saying is that you're never too old to dress up for Halloween, and Halloween is my favorite time of year. Very simple. So I'm going to add those right here at the bottom. And then that tiny little spider, I'm going to put him right here with 3D foam tape because he's not very big. And I'm just going to add a little line from the web to him to make sure he doesn't just float in the air. And we're going to finish off this layout. Let's not forget to mark off our week. So we are at week 43. And we're done the month of October, so that's pretty exciting. So we're going to pop those right here on the side of the photo. And yeah, I think we're all done. I've used a lot of images here on this page, but I really like the way that it turned out. It's super fun, and we're just going to add this to our book right here at the back. If you're new to this project, I do this at the end of each month. I do a little summary of what the family has been doing together, and I kind of decorate it and just type out our little summary of events. So we're going to move on to the month of November. I will catch you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a fantastic day, and don't forget to take pictures.